India is an ancient country and has given birth to many famous persons and leaders. Unfortunately, there are unsung heroes amongst us who lie forgotten despite their contributions to the country. One such legend was the visionary and progressive ruler, Maharaja Bir Bikram Manikya, who achieved so much in a very short lifetime. Born on 19th August 1908 in the princely state of Tripura to Maharaja Kishore Manikya Bahadur and Maharani Arundhati Mahadevi, the young prince showed great intellect, discipline, and promise from an early age. He started assisting his father in matters of the state while continuing his formal studies and military education at both Shillong and Agartala. He was not just excellent in his education, but also an expert polo player and artist like his father. Unfortunately, after the demise of Maharaja Bir Kishore Manikya, who was barely 40, Bir Bikram Manikya had a tremendous task ahead of him. Assuming the throne at the tender age of 16, he was invested with full powers when he became 20 years of age on 19th August 1927. His investiture darbar was attended by His Excellency the Governor of Bengal, Lord Jackson, and over 2 lakh people from the state and outside attended the solemn but grand 5-day event. The magnificent Ujjainta Palace at Agartala witnessed 2 important events in December 1940. This rare clip, captured by the Craighead brothers, was commissioned by the National Geographic magazine, USA. It portrays the grandeur of Tripura and the joyous mood of the people as they witnessed the Tika or investiture of the Crown Prince, Yuvraj Bikram Kishore, the sole heir of Maharaja Bir Bikram Manikya, on 12 December 1940. This was followed by the wedding of Maharaj Kumari Veena Devi, sister of the Maharaja, on 14th December 1940 with Maharaj Kumar K.S. Nirmal Singh Ji of Bhavnagar, Gujarat. The procession of 100 elephants, regally decked, amidst music, chanting, and the participation of the happy people shows the ambience in Tripura at the time. Thus was the reign of the Maharaja, when all were free and happy, despite the Second World War and communal violence in different parts of British India. He introduced a modern democratic constitution on 1st Vaisakh TE, corresponding to the Tripura era, on New Year on 14th April 1939, with a bicameral legislature and neutral judiciary, Panchayati Raj and a municipal council, steering the administration in many modern directions. The progress of education in the West impressed the Maharaja so much that on his return he immediately drew up a model scheme Vidyapatan, or an educational institute, which included a college of arts, science, agriculture, technology, medicine, and a rural university. This was the Vidyapatan, which is now known as MDB College and University. Besides this, he established more schools and vocation-oriented institutes in different parts of Tripura. And also in Dharmanagar, he established the Bir Bikram Institute. Schools in far-flung areas with stipends for promising students were also promoted by holding of reward examinations for the students living in the hills. He established training centers also for the artisans and also the convicts in prison, deaf and dumb schools, boarding houses, school buses for girl students, and training institutes like Sanskrit schools and madrasas were also set up, which indicate that there was no religious bias. Maharaja Bir Bikram Manikya maintained his cordial relations with the poet Rabindranath Tagore till his death. On the poet's invitation, the Maharaja visited Shantiniketan to stay with him for some time when he was formally given a reception at the famous Amrakunja. The Maharaja bestowed the title of Bharat Bhaskar, Son of India, upon Tagore on his 80th birthday. This was a mark of Tripura's respect for the poet, which was received by him with honor and came much before the country recognized Tagore. For the development of the rural areas, especially inhabited by the indigenous people in the hills, the Maharaja tried to modernize the village system. He wanted the villagers to manage their own affairs through elected members by creating a Grama Mandali from 1938 onwards in the southern areas. He strengthened the Tripura Kshatriya Mandal and regulated and modernized their social customs for their growth. A secular ruler, he wanted all-round development for all sections of the society. He set up social organizations such as Manipuri Kshatriya Mandal and Lashkar Raga with the intention of improving his citizens' way of life. He received many honors from Muslim organizations outside his state, such as Anjuman. He was a gifted architect and has left many of his structural specimens executed on the lines of his own plans and blueprints. The extension of the Ujjainta Palace, the formal gardens and fountains, the Neel Mahal Palace, the only lake palace in East India, was constructed over a marsh known as Rudijala and is a work of art. Unfortunately, the Shripur Palace could not be completed due to the war and his demise. Maharaja Bir Bikram Manikya was well travelled, and after seeing the plight of the Native American tribes in the USA due to influx, he took steps to protect the rights of his indigenous people by starting one of the first reserves in India, consisting of large tracts of forest and reserved areas for their welfare in 1941 and 1943. Temples like the Buddha Mandir were also designed by him, and it was inaugurated by his son, the then Yuvraj Kirit Bikram Kishore Bahadur. The Agartala airport he commissioned in 41 was used to airdrop food and supplies for the refugees who were in the thousands flocking his state during and after the war. Maharaja Bir Bikram gave protection and food to thousands of riot-affected people of the neighbouring districts of British India once during the Dhaka riots in 19